Hello everyone and welcome to NovaTech. Today I'd like to showcase my brand new server on 7 Days to Die. Now if you haven't heard of 7 Days to Die, it's a survival game in which you have to scavenge the world for the tools and materials that you'll need in order to survive the zombie hordes. Alright guys, let's get started. So first off, go to connect to server. We're going to be under the modded servers list, so go ahead and click this light bulb up here. Type in Nova. That should bring it up. If it doesn't, go ahead and use this IP address down here. You're just going to want to copy and paste it, same with a port number. Then you should be able to connect. Currently, these are our settings. I am going to want to change those depending on what the community wants. We do only have 12 slots right now. Again, that will change. That will go up depending on the server going up. The difficulty, again, I'll look for opinions on what to change this to. Same with all the settings. Currently we do have a hosted bot by Botman. We have Alex and Copy's mod server fixes, of course. Valmod changes the crafting system. It also introduces classes. I'll show you how that works later on. And it also introduces new zombies. So let's go ahead and connect. Alright guys, here we are in the server. This is where you'll start. This is where all new players will start. You won't start here every time you log in, but you will start here the very first login. I built it kind of as a community crafting area or community meeting area. We'll see how that goes as the server progresses. However, my main purpose was to have all the new players start in the starting city, where the shop is located and everything. But first I'd like to go over some of the features, and the first feature we'll go over is the bot. So the server bot's name is Novea. You can see this when you first log in. You can interact with Novea in many different ways, including just saying hi to her. But the main purpose of Novea is to act as an admin if there aren't any admins or moderators on at the time. She can do things such as ban hackers or imprison players for killing a player inside of a PvE area. We'll go over that a little bit more later. She also does things such as announcements. You'll notice that when I entered the city of Novin, she said welcome to Novin. She'll do things such as announce the lottery, which again we'll go over later. There's a ton of features that are included with the server bot. For a full list of features, you could type /help. And then I'll give you a list of things that you can look further into. Say, for example, you wanted to build a base. You could type /help base. And you'll then get a list of things that can help you manage your base. Say, for example, you wanted to move it or make a new one or destroy an old base. For now, I want to kind of let you guys discover more about the bot when you come to join us. And we're going to look further into Valmod. The first part of the Valmod that I want to go over is the class system. When you first start the game, you should start with a class selection and a class key. You're going to want to use this class selection to craft one of these class briefcases. Now what this is going to do is it's going to allow you to collect skill points specific to that class, as well as some items. For example, the Bruiser starts off with a spiked club and a sawn-off shotgun, skills with melee weapons and shotguns for up-close encounters. Once you craft this, you'll be given a briefcase in your inventory. You could use the class key to unlock it to get your items and your skills. The second part of Valmod that I'd like to go over is the overhauled skill progress system. Now, normally in the vanilla version of the game, you can craft whatever you want right off the bat as so long as you have the materials. In Valmod, it'll also require you to have a certain skill in what you're trying to craft. Valmod also introduces a ton of new skills. This is barely scratching the surface of what Valmod has to offer. It offers new zombies, new weapons, new quests, along with a bunch of other new things. But for now, I'll just leave it at that, and I want to look into the economy. Our server has its own currency. Currently the currency is named Gilderon, or Guild as a singular. To see how much Gilderon you have, you could type /cash. Currency could be used for many different things, such as to shop at the server shop, or to pay a player for services or goods, and so forth. So like I said, the server shop is one way you could use that Gilderon. It's located in Novan, the starter city of the server. But to use it, you will have to actually physically be in the shop in front of the counters. I may change this depending on what the community thinks, but currently I don't have a teleport to it or anything like that. There's no teleports on the server except for 4 donors. We'll go into that later. But to physically use it, you have to walk in front of the counter. Novea will alert you that you have entered the shop. You could then type /shop, and you'll be given a list to further help you purchase items. There isn't a whole lot of stock right now. I'll be fixing that very soon. I want to add a bunch of items into the shop so that everyone will actually travel here to use it. Again, I might fix that you have to physically travel here. It depends. But yeah, that's the shop. While we're on the subject of currency, I'd also like to note that there is a lottery on the server. Right now the prize pool has reached 92. You could find out what the actual prize pool is by typing in lotto, and Novea will tell you how much it is. The way that works is every zombie killed on the server is actually going to multiply what the pool is by a certain amount, or add to it at least. And if you buy a ticket to the lotto, you can it's actually going to be given away to a player. So that's fun. Now I'd kind of like to go over how our PvP and PvE works on this server. This is a PvP server, so you can kill players anywhere. However, certain areas such as a city are PvE areas, and the server bot can punish you by sending you to prison if you kill another player. Currently, this is the only PvE area on the server. I will be introducing new PvE areas as we go. You can also look into possibly starting a village. I'll go into that a little bit later. With a couple of friends or something, and talking to an admin or myself to make that a PvE area as well. While we're on that subject, I'd like to show you guys the prison and explain kind of how that works. If you are imprisoned for killing a player or something, you'll be teleported to this location. Now, this is the current prison. I might change, I might build a new prison, or I might change the location. I'm not sure yet, but basically the way it works is you'll be teleported here, and if you try to leave, you'll be teleported back to this location. So you can't leave until either the admin lets you go or you reach the time limit. There is a time limit. You can also use your Gilderon to bail yourself out. I have those set at a certain amount right now. I think it might be a little low, so I might change that in the future, but I just wanted to kind of show you guys how the prison worked. Now I kind of want to explain the villages and how that works. I haven't had the chance to try it out myself, but from what I understand, you can make your own village, and say for example you have a couple of friends you play with and you guys want to play on the server, you can go over to the next town over, or you can start your own little city wherever you want, and that location will be protected by what settings you would like. You can set it to be a safe zone so there's no zombie spawning inside of it. You can set it to be a PvE area, so where if another player kills you inside of your village or your town or city, they will be punished by the server bot. So there's kind of just the overview of the server and as it stands now, but there's a ton more that I didn't even show you guys already on the server, and there's a bunch more that I'd like to add with the help of you guys. Until next time, I'll see you guys on the server. Later.